This problem belongs to model 3, two-dimensional random variable. The problem is the joint density function of x and y is given by f of x comma y equal to e power minus x plus y, where y values between 0 and infinity, 0 otherwise. The question is, are x and y are independent? Identify p of x less than 1 and p of x plus y less than 1. So solution, given f of x comma y, given f of x comma y equal to e power minus x plus y, where 0 less than or equal to x comma y less than or equal to infinity. So first one, marginal probability density function, marginal probability density function of x is f x of x, x of x, the formula is minus infinity to infinity f of x comma y dy. Fx of x means dy. So we need to substitute the function f of x comma y. Here f of x comma y given e power minus x plus y, where x and y values between 0 to infinity. So integral 0 to infinity f of x comma y given e power minus x plus y dy. So integral 0 to infinity e power minus x into e power minus y. We can write e power minus x plus y in the form of e power minus x into e power minus y dy. So in this case, integration with respect to y. So integration with respect to y. So we can take outside the e power x minus x term as constant. So e power minus x outside. So remaining 0 to infinity e power minus y dy. In general, integration of e power ax dx formula is e power ax by coefficient of that x by a. So this is the formula for integration of e power ax dx. So e power minus x. So e power minus y integration value will be e power minus y by coefficient of y means here minus 1. So upper limit infinity, lower limit 0. So we need to substitute the upper limit and lower limit in the place of y, because integration with respect to y. So e power minus infinity by minus 1 minus e power lower limit value 0 by minus 1. So that is e power minus x. E power minus infinity value is always 0. So e power minus 0 by minus 1, again it is a 0. 0 minus any number power 0, that is 1 by minus 1. So that is e power minus x into minus 1 minus 1, that is 1. Fx of x, fx of x equal to e power minus x. So similarly, for marginal probability density function of y. Function of y is f y of y. The formula is integral over minus infinity to infinity f of x comma y. Function of y means dx. So this is the formula for marginal probability density function of y. So the same method. So e of f of x comma y is given in the problem e power minus x plus y, where x and y values, the interval is 0 to infinity. So dx means we need to substitute the integral lower and upper limit value for the x. So here x is 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity e power minus x into e power minus y dx. The next step, integration with respect to y. So we can take outside the e power minus y term. The remaining is e power y minus y, e power minus y integral over 0 to infinity e power minus x dx is e power minus y. Integration with respect to e power minus x is e power minus x by coefficient of x, that is minus 1. Upper limit infinity, lower limit 0. So e power minus y into e power minus infinity by minus 1 minus lower limit e power 0 by minus 1. That is e power minus y. We already know that e power minus infinity value, e power minus infinity value equal to 0. So 0 by any number is again 0. So 0 by 1 minus 1 by minus 1 is equal to e power minus y into 1. That means f y of y equal to e power minus y. Now the question is, are x and y are independent? So if x and y are independent, we need to check one condition, that now f of x, f of y, that is f of x is fx of x, that is e power minus x. F of y is f y of y, that is e power minus y. So both the bases are equal, so we can add the powers, that is e power minus x plus y. So this is the f of x comma y function. This implies that f of x comma y equal to f of x into f of y. So this is the condition for x and y are independent. Hence we proved that x and y are independent. Therefore x and y are independent. The first one, we need to find the p of x less than 1. p of x is less than 1. Here x and y are two variables, so two integrals, general minus infinity to infinity, minus infinity to infinity, f of x comma y dy dx. So in this case they mentioned that x, here they mentioned that x value less than 1. So that means in the question they mentioned that x value starts from 0. So 0 to 1. Why this interval is? In the question x value starts from 0. So starting integral value is 0. In the problem they gave that upper limit is 1. So upper limit is 1 for x integral. Similarly for y integral value, in the problem they gave that y is lower value 0 and then upper value infinity. In the question there is no y conditions. In the place there is no y conditions. So the interval is 0 to infinity. F of x comma y, in the problem given that e power minus x plus y dy dx. So 0 to 1, 0 to infinity, e power minus x into e power minus y dy dx. First integration with respect to y. So x interval is keep it as such, e power minus x. The remaining y interval 0 to infinity e power minus y dy. So first consider this interval and then with respect to x. So integral 0 to 1 e power minus x. So integration of e power minus y by minus y, the value is e power minus y by minus 1. So upper limit value is infinity, lower limit is value is 0. Into dx. Integral 0 to 1 e power minus x. So now we need to substitute the limits e power minus infinity by minus 1 minus e power 0 by minus 1 into dx. So as we know that e power minus infinity value is 0. 0 by anything is again 0. So the first term will be 0 minus any number power 0 is 1, 1 by minus 1 into dx. That is equal to 0 to infinity, 0 to 1 e power minus x into 0 minus bound by minus 1 is 1. So 0 by 1 is 1 dx. So which is equal to 0 to 1 e power minus x dx. So integration with respect to x, that is e power minus x by coefficient of x is minus 1. So upper limit is 1, lower limit is 0. So e power minus 1 by minus 1 minus e power 0 by minus 0 is again 0. So minus 0 by minus 1. So the answer is minus e power minus 1 minus 1 by minus 1. That is minus e power minus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus e power minus 1. The answer is 1 minus 0.3678. So P of x value less than 1 is 0.632. The second point we need to find is probability of x plus y less than 1. That is general formula minus infinity infinity minus infinity infinity f of x comma y dy dx. Here x interval is 0 to 1. So they gave that condition x plus y is less than 1. So the upper limit is x plus y equal to 1 means y value 1 minus x. So lower limit of y is 0 and upper limit is 1 minus x. So e power minus x plus y into dy dx. This term will be 0 to 1, 0 to 1 minus x, e power minus x into e power minus x into e power minus y dy dx. This will be 0 to 1. First integration with respect to y. So we can take outside the x terms. 0 to 1 minus x e power minus y dy dx. So integration with respect to y term 0 to 1 e power minus x. So e power minus y integration with respect to y means e power minus y by minus 1. Upper limit is 1 minus x. Lower limit is 0 dx. So 0 to 1 e power minus x e power minus 1 minus x by minus 1. Just substitute y value equal to 1 minus x minus e power 0 by minus 1 dx. So 0 to 1 e power minus x, the term will be in both the denominators minus 1 here. So we can take outside minus. So the remaining term is e power minus into minus plus. So e power x minus 1 by any number for 0 is 1 into dx. So minus integral over 0 to 1 multiply this term by both here and here. So e power minus x into this term and then e power minus n into minus 1 term. So that is e power minus x into e power x minus 1 minus e power minus x into dx minus 0 to 1. Both the denominators are same, so we can add the powers. So minus x plus x get cancelled. The remaining is e power minus 1 minus e power minus x dx. That is minus of integration with respect to x is e power minus 1. We consider this as constant, so e power minus 1. So integration with respect to x means we need to multiply the term by x minus e power minus x by minus 1. Upper limit is 1, lower limit is 0. That is minus of e power minus 1 upper limit. So upper limit minus lower limit in the place of x minus upper limit e power minus 1 by minus 1 minus lower limit e power 0 by minus 1. That is minus e power minus 1 multiplied by the 1. So that is again e power minus 1. So minus minus get plus e power minus 1. So minus plus any number power 0 is 1. That is upper limit minus lower limit. Again there is a minus, so this get plus. So see, we need to substitute upper limit value 1 here. So e power minus 1 by minus 1 and then lower limit value 0. Before that we need to multiply it by minus. So minus in the formula minus, it gets minus minus plus e power 0. So e plus 1. So minus into 2 e power minus 1. So 1 e power minus 1, 1 e power minus 1. So the answer is 2 e power minus 1 plus 1. So plus into minus. So the answer is here minus. If you multiply the minus by both the terms, it is minus 2 e power minus 1 minus into minus plus 1. The final answer is 1 minus 2 e power minus 1 for probability of x plus y less than 1. So the problem is completed.